Hi, welcome to Myers ASMR. How are you doing? Are you relaxed? Have you shaken off that stress and that mess? Hey, know that you don't have to figure it all out right now. You'll be guided every step along the way. Yeah. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You'll be guided every step along the way. Well, look what I was guided to make today. This roasted garlic cauliflower. Looks amazing, doesn't it? I haven't even tasted it yet, so you'll see the first tasting. I know it smelled amazing when I was cooking it. You know, I don't cook a lot of cauliflower, but my friend, he goes to the food pantries every week, and a lot of times he brings me stuff, so he bought me a whole head of cauliflower, and you know what? I just take what he gives me, right? And I figure out how to cook it and what to make with it. And emeralds.com is my first stop for recipes. Anyways, this feels hot. Let me take a smaller piece. That is wonderful. I used a plant-based Parmesan cheese and it tastes chemically. I broke my plastic fork. It has olive oil, cut up garlic, a little cut up onion, salt, and a squeeze of lemon. I went and got a different fork. I love all these garlic and onion bits. The thing with cauliflower is it has such a bland taste. You gotta flavor it. I didn't allow it to roast to a crispy brown because it was already cooked before I put it in the oven. So not a fan of overcooking. The recipe called for you to boil it for 5 minutes first, but I don't think you need to boil it for that long. I love lemon and garlic together. Well, that was amazing. And it took very little prep and time. Wow. That's why I love going to emeralds.com and looking up recipes in general, because they show you things you probably wouldn't have thought of yourself and give you new and easy ways to do things. It's like, wow, what an eye-opener. I would have never thought about that on my own, to do that with cauliflower. I went back for seconds because why not? I'm still hungry, actually. Yes, you can make a meal out of a single vegetable. Emerald Lagasse is the man. Hey, if you're interested in collaborating, let me know. This is plain filtered water. I notice I'm drinking a lot more plain water since I got my filter. Why not? I love it. Now I have the garlic aftertaste. Hey, now it's time for the second fun part, where we talk about getting better and better every day in every way with the help of this How to Develop a Winning Personality book. Let's see where we left off. So, this is the Developing Your Personality chapter. And he talks about a million ways to meet new people. Now, this book was written decades ago, probably before the internet, but some things are still sound advice. Are you perhaps ready to move to another town? In an earlier chapter, we agreed that it is possible to be lonely in a crowded place. In the heart of a big city, for instance. If you are one of the lonely ones who live in a big city, you might be delightfully surprised at the change which a move to a small town might make in your life. Excuse me. I remember that when I lived in a small town, one of the most interesting things to my friends and me was the moving in of a new family. For days, and sometimes weeks, the newcomers were the subject of special attention. Very much the center of the operation. Old-timers one after another visited and offered to be of assistance. Invitations to dinner and to membership in local organizations poured in. The only problem for the newcomers was how to place the limit on the time they had to give to the old-timers who could easily become friends with a little encouragement. Moving from a city to a small town just to overcome loneliness and meet new people is a drastic, often inconvenient, usually impractical step. But then it depends on how badly you want what you want. There is always the danger of anonymity in numbers. That is the whole point of the center of the operation formula. The smaller the group in which you operate, the easier it is to be the center of the operation. If the group is small enough, it isn't even necessary to be the center of the operation to receive the desired degree of attention. Another one of the things you were promised is that I would not advise you to do anything as ordinary as going to a night school for the purpose of meeting new people. I pointed out the limitations of this approach. On the other hand, if you're going to take courses in a night school in any event, you can improve your chances of success by selecting your courses with an eye to your purpose, which is to meet new people. In selecting your courses, remember the danger of anonymity in numbers. Pick subjects which attract the smallest number of students. A friend of mine, whom we shall call Jack Spenceling, told me he once attended a music harmony class in which there were only 4 students besides himself. One of them eventually became his partner in business. One became a customer of the business, and one became his wife. I asked him what happened to the fourth student. He married my sister, said Jack. In the same way, a flautist might be more successful at a party than a pianist. Everybody and his mother plays the piano. How many people do you know who play the flute? One of the more delightful ways of meeting new people is through participation in musical endeavor. If you study music, study an instrument that will give you the best opportunity to participate in group music. Music groups are usually so small that you don't have to bother about the center of the operation formula. Every instrument in a quintet is the center of an operation. Since there are so many violinists and pianists and drummers, try one of the other instruments. I have known any number of amateur orchestra leaders who searched every nook and cranny in town for harpists and oboe players, while piano players couldn't even get interviews with them. Please don't get me wrong, I love the piano. It's the only instrument I play, but nobody ever asked me to play. Some morning, when you wake up in a lonely world and you sigh and you wish you knew how to go about meeting new people, just start something in your neighborhood. Get up a petition for a new playground, for instance, and ask the neighbors to sign, or send out letters asking everyone to chip in for the construction of a neighborhood swimming pool, or organize a civic group, or establish a cooperative venture like hiring a man to clear everybody's leaves away, or do everybody's plumbing, or sit with everybody's kids, or organize a picnic or a theater party. In other words, just start something. Anything like this makes you the center of the operation with a vengeance, and you'll be able to take your pick of new friends before many days of activity have passed. It bears repeating, everybody agrees that useful things should be done, but they expect George to do them. Then when George does do them, George becomes a sort of VIP in their eyes, and they look up to him. They like to talk to him, they offer him advice, they invite him to their homes, and they buy him gifts, anything to keep George doing it. Again, be George, do it. You'll love doing it. And you'll make lots of friends. I like the way he speaks. And I like the way he thinks. You know, I'm open to suggestions and to sponsorships, partnerships, collaborations, what have you. So let's talk. Hey, if you've got a product or service that you would like me to sample and talk about in my video, let me know. Let's see what we can do. And remember that you don't have to figure it all out right now. You'll be guided every step along the way. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You'll be guided every step along the way. Hey, if you like what I'm doing here, like and subscribe. Donate to the cause. Catch me in the next video. And may you find lasting happiness. Bye.